season, get the lemon lime soft drink with real juice. Get Slice.
We got the juice, a burst of cheer. We got the taste for this time of year. We got the juice, we got the twist. We got what's Sprite and 7-Up can miss.
10% real juice.
We got the juice, it's going fast. Slice, slice. We're stocking up to make it last. So nice. We got the juice.
Happy holidays.
Slice, slice.
The big question about new Nerd cereal is, which side are you gonna keep first?
Orange flavor on this side. Cherry flavor on this side.
Cherry!
So?
Which side are you gonna keep first?
They're both so delicious, I can't decide.
New Nerd cereal is the fruity good part of your complete breakfast.
Which side are you gonna eat first?
Which side are you gonna eat first?
Also available in grape and strawberry. Nerds.
Go ahead and turn the cameras on. Cameras are on. Okay. Okay, none of that. All right. Alright, well, let's do a show.
This is an explicit. This is an explicit podcast containing filthy language and adult themes like dick and shit jokes. If you're easily offended or have a stick up your ass, this probably is not for you. Guidance is suggested for sensitive types, and occasionally some lights may flash, so if you're prone to seizures and all that, you might want to skip this. And lastly, we don't speak for anyone or any entity. We only speak for ourselves, of course. What follows is opinion based on our individual experiences in the industry. So take that. Ah, God damn it, I fucked it up at the end.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening from wherever you're listening from, or whatever you're doing, or whenever you listen to this on the rebroadcast. This is After Lodge Jason coming to you from high atop Pikey Mountain, the quarantine compound, with kind of a show. Social distancing and all that. I have Jazz and Amy in the studio with me this morning. The welfare queens. Bruce, Ron, and the rest of the crew are all doing fine. They're just not allowed to come here because, they might have the coronas. And I really don't want it. I'm an essential employee in an essential world. But my main question is, why the fuck are all of y'all still on the fucking roads? Essential employee without essential pay. This is the show formerly known as Out for Delivery. And I'm going to slam the door on this music. Amy, how are you doing this apocalypse?
Good.
For those of you who don't know, this is my wife, Amy.
Hi.
She is not an essential employee.
No, I am not.
She is unemployed.
Yes, I am.
As of now.
Well,
2 weeks ago. So she's now on unemployment.
wow.
A regular welfare queen.
Yay.
So how is it sucking on the government's tit?
Well, they haven't actually given me anything yet.
Oh, well, I'm sure they will.
Eventually.
I'm fully, have full confidence in the people who run the government. Jazz?
I'm not sure what that makes me because I'm not running off the government.
That's true. You're on catastrophe pay from your business.
Yeah, so I'm still technically being paid by my business. So technically I'm still working for them.
Yeah, you tried to work.
They've called me twice saying we're gonna reopen the store, we're gonna do this, and then called me like an hour later, if not that, saying too many people don't want to come in, we can't open the store. Never mind, we're not working.
So, hope all of you are doing well, and none of you have the coronavirus.
The Crayola? Is this a crayon?
Yeah.
Sponsored by Crayola.
Sponsored by Crayola. No, we'll get sued if we do that.
Oh.
So neither one of you two have been sick, right?
No.
Nah, not really. Allergies, but
So no corona.
been having to go outside more. You know.
So, since we last spoke, I had to start the After Lodge Jason School for Gifted and Advanced Children and Calvin. Gotta be honest with you, it's not going well. As the headmaster of the school, both of my teachers fucking suck. They both don't know what they're doing, and they have very little patience with the student body.
Isn't that on you for hiring them?
Well, didn't know I was starting the school whenever I hired them. Hired them for different jobs, which they are not completing either. Amy, what have you got accomplished since you've been laid off and laid around on the government's dime?
Nothing. I read a couple of books.
So all these things you were saying that you would do if you just had the time.
Turns out I'm just lazy.
Yeah, that's what I thought. What about you, Jazz? What have you got accomplished since we...
Half your basement is now clean and Avery's stuff is now not there.
Kind of don't believe it.
I've told you and your mom to go look downstairs.
I'm not going to
Take
go
a peek.
downstairs.
Yeah,
It's
You can
scary down
almost
there.
down the stairs.
You can almost see all the ping pong table. I'm just waiting for one thing to be done on it.
What do you have to do on the ping? I want to play ping pong today. Do we have
I
ping pong
keep
balls?
asking somebody the stuff from her car that was in boxes is now in piles on it, and have asked for that to be put away
I
So
made
a few
piles.
times.
you're the reason I
I
don't
made
have a ping
piles.
pong table.
Yeah, your piles
even have
usually
any
stay
ping pong
piles. Yeah, they're on the table.
What
with
about
the
the paddles?
and the net. Half of the table's even dusted. The other half is covered, so I
Is
could
this
not
pick
dust
on
it.
Amy hour?
It's not
Apparently.
pick on Amy, but gonna be somebody. It'll be her turn in a few minutes, I'm sure. I want to play ping pong because I don't go anywhere but work and home, and sometimes the gas station.
Don't forget you have a billiards table that you could be playing too. That I
It's
cleared off.
Billiards?
Clear.
Who the fuck are you? Billiards.
That's what it's called.
I'm now on my second watch of the Tiger King because I don't go anywhere but work, the gas station, and home.
Tiger King is freaking amazing.
You're not even all the way through yet, so we probably shouldn't have a Tiger King discussion because so much more happens.
Those people are so crazy.
Okay, this is an audio program.
Yes.
Whispering is not the best mode of communication.
That's just how I talk.
Turn it up a little bit.
Okay.
Usually you're screaming, Amy.
Yeah.
Usually I'm over here going, Amy, you're yelling. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe we should have gave her some of her special go.
This is even a
Organics.
normal day. Normal days when she's talking to me, I'm like, Amy, you're screaming at me. Let's Calvin it down.
Well, I'm quieter around people I don't know, and I'm talking to them.
You know, talk
So
about
just
Sarah.
talk to me. So just talk to me. I'm an essential employee, so I'm not losing my job yet.
You got a special letter and everything.
I've got several special letters. I got one mailed to the house. They gave me
Oh.
one at work. Ryan,
Can we just use them for each of us?
no.
We can all be essential.
You gotta have your ID too, apparently. But they've closed all non-life sustaining retail and other businesses in this state. And here's the really cool part I learned is the vacuum cleaner repair shop and sales that I drive by on the way to my route to and from every day still open. Vacuum cleaners,
Like
repair.
to go in,
Yeah.
or is it just go in, pick
Well,
it up,
nobody
and come
really,
out?
nobody really goes in there.
I'm just asking because my
I think it's
mom's
a
still
front for
open,
the
too.
mob. Well, they don't let people in.
Right, that's what I
She's
was
doing
thinking,
curbside delivery,
That maybe
contactless
they were doing
curbside
this.
delivery.
What do they do? Just set the vacuum cleaner out on the sidewalk
No,
and
no,
somebody
these,
picks it
no,
up?
these people are open. Like you just go in, you can shop around. They're not going to close because they feel like it being a vacuum cleaner store makes them essential.
Who the hell even goes to a vacuum cleaner store?
Well, nobody. That's the thing. I think that's why nobody's really going after them because I've only seen like 2 cars there and all the times I've drove past it. So.
I mean, I just buy vacuums from Walmart.
I mean, even the car washes are closed. I mean, one has a sign up saying hashtag team this state name. So they're closed. I can't even wash your car that I've been driving to work because...
Yeah, I was kind of wondering if you would maybe wash it for me.
They're pretty much all closed. How do you get mud on the roof of your fucking car?
It was the car cover.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, your car looks like a fucking pickup truck somebody's been mudding in. It's a brand new fucking car. There's mud on the fucking windshields.
There was mud on the entire car cover.
It got on the car cover, and I don't know how to clean the car cover off.
Hose it off, man. Hose it off. Jesus,
will you help me with that?
Back to the tiger person. Joe Exotic, the train wreck that keeps giving, is Taco Bell Sarah's comment on that.
No, that's not Taco Bell. Is that Taco Bell Sarah?
Oh, no, that one's not.
That's what I was going to say. I didn't think so. I was like, she changed her name to
no.
That other person who I know is not her?
Calandros, sorry. It's our Canadian friend.
Dude, Joe Exotic, again, if you are watching the video live, you can see that Joe Exotic is my spirit animal. I mean, all that show has taught me that if you have a tiger...
Or a big cat.
Any big cat. And really good drugs, you can do anything the fuck you want to do.
Really good drugs? Because it seems like they're just on meth or something.
No, I think they had really high quality meth. It had to be. You haven't seen the whole thing yet, but I'm just saying... he pulls off some amazing shit.
Most of those people are missing their teeth.
That's later. It caught to him, of course. Later, after Joe Exotic was no longer supplying him with money.
Joe married 2 guys.
Look, I also learned that a fucking tiger is only like $2,000. I have $2,000. Especially once we get the stimulus, I'll have $2,000.
Can we get a baby one?
Of course we would start with the baby.
Because they are adorable. Does it have to be
a tiger, or can we maybe try for a cheetah?
Oh, have you seen cheetah babies? They're
it counts
fluffy.
as a big cat. It's a big cat.
I mean, cheetahs are less likely to, hurt you, but like I was talking to my sister last night, and she said, Nick said that you ought to get a tiger out there. And then I tried to explain to her I'd be worried about Calvin putting perfume on my shoes.
That could happen. Amy could do it, too.
You haven't got there yet.
I know.
No, I have no idea what's going on.
You haven't got there yet, but when you do, it'll be worth it.
One guy had a baby goat. I mean, I could totally go for a baby goat.
Baby goats aren't exotic. They're just goats.
They're cute, though.
Like, you can just go get a goat.
Been watching this
one
on...
Don't start a cult with a goat.
Been seeing this one on Reddit, and its name is... what was its name?
Does it matter what it's
It was this little runt baby goat, and they've been, like...
We're not going to goat. Goats walk on cars. We're not going to goat.
Daily updates on them.
I'm not taking care of a goat.
Not going to goat. Goats walk on cars.
They're cute.
Okay. Lots of things are cute that we're not going to own.
They jump around like little guinea pigs.
Okay. Anyway, so...
So we're down with the cheetah.
Yeah.
Opposed to a tiger.
I think we're doing the cheetah.
Look, you get me a cheetah, I'll do anything you want.
You know,
That's
bobcats.
what the show has taught me. If
Joke's
you get me a
on
cheetah,
you already do.
You know what? Bobcats are, around here. We could, just
Okay, I'm
get
allergic
one of
to
those.
cats. I'm allergic to regular cats. I'm allergic to the Shetland cats. How do you think? How do you think I'm gonna react to an actual large cat? It'll kill me. It'll kill me immediately.
I'm not taking care of those either.
Also, here's one thing I've learned being in this. Yeah, that's. Bruce just said get her some guinea pigs.
And my comment was, I'm not taking care of those either.
Guinea pigs. I like guinea pigs.
Oh, the cage from downstairs is clean as well.
So we can get a guinea pig.
Not our cage.
It was
You
Avery's.
just cleaned Avery's cage for him.
Yeah, I just cleaned up everything.
You
that
just
was
played
Avery's.
yourself.
Everything was Avery's.
So, one thing I've learned is when you're doing this job as an essential employee that I'm doing, because I'm the only one in this house that still has a job.
Essential.
I'm essential.
Very
Outside
important.
guinea pigs, I don't think would last with the cats.
Yeah,
Bruce is suggesting outside guinea pigs. Not gonna last with the cats.
Do you remember the story about what happened to the chickens that were outside?
Yeah,
they were in a cage.
Well, the cats didn't get them, but the cats would definitely get the guinea pigs.
And I'm pretty sure the chickens could have defended themselves a little bit better than guinea
and
pigs.
Right on cue, Ryan is late to the chat room. So
There you go.
he's on Bruce time. Oh, actual pigs, Bruce is now suggesting. Actual pigs.
Baby pigs are adorable.
They are.
Half-sex breeding he has pot-belly pigs.
The problem is little pigs grow into big pigs, and they are very stinky.
That is true.
Chickens were pretty stinky.
Yeah, but you didn't have to get that close to them. Like a pig farm. If you ever drove by a pig farm, You don't really have to drive by it. You just got to
I've
get within a
seen-
5-mile radius of the pig farm to know there's a pig farm within 5 miles of here.
I've seen the pigs at the fair. They're pretty stinky.
Yeah, but that ain't a farm. It seeps into the land. Like, there's an area on the road that goes over the hill and into Louisville. That,
Body disposal, though, was the comment you guys just got.
well, that's actually not a bad point. But on that road, there used to be a pig farm there that closed like 10 years ago. The whole area still smells like pig farm.
Is that the one that goes over the hill?
Yeah, the one that goes over the
Okay.
hill and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
down
I
and
know
by
what
the
you're
gun range. And,
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Anyway, so what I've learned being an essential employee in this time of the apocalypse is that people once again are thanking me for my service, except occasionally has become every single fucking day. Look, I appreciate the fact you appreciate me, but stop thanking me for my service. However, the people that are leaving me tiny bottles of hand sanitizer can continue doing what they're doing. Just don't thank me for my service. And Clorox wipes.
Maybe they could leave you some masks, too.
I'm not going to wear a mask. I can't wear a mask at work. Fogs on my glasses.
I could put a pipe cleaner in it, make your little nose thing. Yeah. Kind of keeps the air in.
It would make you safe.
But masks are for sick people.
That's
keep
not
from
what...
spreading
I'm not
it.
sick, and I was told I had to wear one.
Yeah, but that's different. You're going to Walmart. I
No,
strongly
no.
suggest you wear a Walmart even when it's not the apocalypse. When you go to Walmart, you wear the fucking mask.
Hey, I had to say something about her going out too much.
I was asked by everybody to go get their stuff.
That's true.
Nobody would sync up what they needed on one list.
People weren't syncing. They were
Maybe-
giving her a different task every
Like,
day.
every
It is
time
not
I
her
went
fault.
out, I
Maybe we
asked,
should have
what do
household
we need this week?
meetings.
Yeah,
A
I
household
asked.
meeting?
It didn't
Fuck.
help. Amy, I went to everybody and said, I'm going out for this week. What do we need? And then every day somebody had something new.
I would rather pull my own fucking teeth out than have a household meeting. Oh
I
my
need-
god, it would be disastrous.
I would like some more Kool-Aid.
Text me. I've said this.
But you're right here. Why does she have to text you?
Because then I have to go off of the chat to put it on, and I might forget. I gotta put it on the list. If it's written, I won't forget.
All right, so I guess we're gonna have a household meeting later about, what we need from the WalMarts tomorrow. And 23 cases of Mountain Dew is on the list. I don't really enjoy Mountain Dew, but I want other people to not be able to have it. Is my concern.
I'm not really sure.
She's got to go
that
off
I
on
can
the
have
people
that
when they tell her.
explosive of a reaction because it's not my Mountain Dew.
I think they'll just let you have it. I don't.
They wouldn't let that one guy have it.
Yeah, but he
To be
looked
fair,
like he really didn't need it.
I also
didn't
do
need
know
it.
some of the cashiers on a first name basis now.
See? Why do you know cashiers at Walmart on
because
a first name
the
basis?
same cashier is the only one open every morning when I go, every week.
So what you're telling me is,
That I do the
you
shopping.
have been
for
going to
the
Walmart
house.
too much.
No, I'm
because-
talking about over the time that I've lived here and been doing the shopping every week that I do it and I get up early in the morning. It's the same person at the same one register they have open at that hour of the day.
Bruce did make a good point that this is a household meeting, so sync up.
I need grape Kool-Aid.
We're missing one though.
I don't know what I need. I rely on you to tell me. Actually, don't tell me. Just get what I need. The hardest hit that the pandemic has made upon me
Stream it.
is you can no longer buy spicy chicken patties.
Really?
I cannot find
no.
them at Walmart at all, and Kroger never carried them.
So
Apparently, there's been a problem with some dill pickle chips too.
That
yes.
too. I can find the Lay's ones, but not yours.
I don't want
So-
the Lay's ones. I want the Golden Flake.
So Jazz in her wisdom saw this coming and had stocked up on the spicy chicken patties, put them in the deep freeze.
Yep. Didn't tell them about it either.
I ran out this week. I haven't had a spicy chicken patty in like 5 days. This is not okay.
I haven't had a dill pickle chip since I got laid off.
What dill pickle chips are for people who go to work. I go to work. I deserve my spicy chicken patty.
They're $1.75.
It's not about how much they cost. It's about whether or not you've earned them.
This is what happens, Bruce. He finds the small business owners at home instead. Or
I'm
he
not,
argues with the
no.
TV with the tiger people over how stupid they are.
I've yelled at the TV a little bit this past week, and I'm not getting into the appliance repair guy because I'm not done with that.
Wait, you're not done with that?
No, I'm not done with that.
We need to have a talk after the show then.
No, not really.
Yeah.
It's just little stuff. Okay,
So?
whatever. Yeah, our refrigerator
at
quit
home.
last week, and we had a guy come out here that essentially ripped us off.
He was such an asshole.
And then I figured out how to fix it on the internet by myself the next day while I was waiting on my stuff. So Kellen Dross writes, I work for the federal government. We'll be working from home.
Calandros.
Work for the federal government and will be working from home, starting working from home tomorrow to get the emergency money in the hands of the Canadians. I figure they are paying me to get home. I find a way to earn it. I mean, that's nice. I've tried doing my job from home and they won't let me. They keep telling me, no, you have to actually come in the building and actually take the stuff out. So it's what I've been doing. And Ryan is now hitting on Justin Trudeau.
God, he's hot.
That's exactly what Ryan said. So, well, no, he said he's a hunk.
And I mean, they got him, we got the Cheeto.
Well, but he's looking out for us. He told Trump. He told Canada. He told 3M not to send any more masks to Canada. You know, our longest, greatest ally forever. The Canadians. Don't give them any more masks. They don't need them. We need them. And the federal stockpile is not for the states. It's for the federal government.
Our governor is starting to lose his shit a little bit, even though he is like the most composed person ever about Trump taking all of our shit.
So here's how I know it's bad. Jazz, I sent you a picture earlier. I'm going to need you to put this on the screen and then put it on the Twitch stream. This happened yesterday morning, and I don't know what happened. I don't know how it happened. But to me, this was a sign of the breakdown of fucking society. This is the first, like, scene in, like, a zombie apocalypse movie where you then know...
Is this the picture?
Yeah,
no.
this is it.
Okay.
So I pulled up to this yesterday, and the lid was shut when I got there.
Does it make a difference if the lid is open or shut? I mean,
no,
shit.
it was shut, and I didn't notice from the side that the rest of the mailbox had been burnt away.
What happened to it?
No, somebody set it on fire.
Oh, I thought
because if you
somebody
look
maybe
on the
put
ground,
explosives in it.
no, if you look on the ground, you can see like burnt parts of like advos and such.
I'm still going with somebody put something in there, exploded it, and started the fire with
so
it.
I'm like not looking at it, like out of reflex. Like I pull the lid down and I get their mail ready, and I go to put it in there, and I set it in there and go to shut the lid before I realize, wait a minute, this fucking box has been burnt. Now, if you'll also notice in the background, there's just like random shit on their front yard. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Some of you are thinking, oh, well, their whole house caught on fire and it melted the mailbox. No.
I was thinking they brought their chairs out to watch it burn, because that's all I can see is the fucking chair.
Well, it kind of looks like that little pink chair's kind of
I
got
don't
some
know.
problems too.
But
It
their
looks
house,
like it got mixed and matched with different chairs.
their house is fine. It's like probably 200, 300 feet back from the road. And that shit's always in the yard. Like, that's nothing new. I don't know if they just got bored. If maybe, like, they roasted hot dogs over their mailbox. They set the fucking junk mail on fire and did... So, like, I don't know what to do about this.
It looks like a sand pile. You're being asked, is that a burn spot behind the mailbox?
It looks like a
on
rock.
the ground?
No, that is stairs leading to their front yard for no reason. I guess so they can go to their mailbox or whatever.
Gotcha.
I mean, the house is...
I would have just put the mail on the little platform.
Nothing would have held it in there. Like, you can't tell from this angle. Like, both sides are completely open. And the part that cracks me up is the back is there. And the lid was up and still, like, closed to nothing.
It would have been great if they had put the little flag up and had something laying.
There's no
No, the flags, I see it on the right side of the picture on the ground.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
It's the top of the flag, partially burnt towards the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not a burn spot on the ground. It's the junk mail that was in this mailbox that had burned.
And the stairs.
Yeah, Bruce is saying we don't have a markup for this. I didn't know what to put on it. I was going to put box down, but the box is clearly still up. It's just not structurally viable anymore.
Can you just make is there an other box?
I wrote mailbox burned on it.
Yeah, we do. Special order fucked.
Yeah, I just wrote mailbox burned, and
it's an interesting message to send back. Yeah, mailbox was burnt.
Took a picture and then drove on because it's a pandemic, and I'm not spending any more time out there than what I absolutely need to. There is a lady, though, on my route who makes dog agility equipment. Don't know what dog agility equipment is. I think you take a certain type of dog and you make it run obstacle courses.
Agility training for contests.
I think it would work for cats.
Well, this is what she makes. And she has had no less than, I would say, 6 6-foot tall boxes for me every day. And because she's just scared to go out, they were heating up the mail to kill the corona on it. That's maybe what was happening. It got a little too warm.
Maybe they set a bottle of hand sanitizer in there and it got too hot in there and it exploded.
These people, I don't think they have any extra hand sanitizer or soap or toothbrushes. Just saying.
So they were just using the fire to try to cleanse everything instead?
That's possible. So she's scared of the coronas. So she's been giving me all of her packages every day. She sets them out the mailbox. I pull forward. I load up the entire back of my truck with this shit. And what I've discovered, because she leaves me some occasionally, and what I've found out since this started is she just left me like the stuff where she only had 2 or 3 and didn't feel like going to the post office. This woman is doing what has to be a multi-$1,000 business in dog equipment stuff, because she was out there keeping her social distance like 20 feet. And I was like, what do you sell? There's a lot of stuff going all over the country. Dog agility equipment. And I was like, oh, well, that sounds fragile, so I need to, pack it properly. And she says, no. It's just PVC pipe.
Yeah. It's like hurdles and pipes that they need to go through to train them to do different things.
Okay, so my question is, there are like 14 million people without a job in the country right now.
At home bored with their pet, trying to train them and do something. I agree.
But it's just PVC pipe with screws.
Yeah.
Why aren't they making it to fucking
they have to
selves?
go out to Lowe's.
Okay.
Or Home
Well, I mean,
Depot.
everybody else is at Lowe's.
Yeah, everybody else is at Lowe's shopping.
They don't want to go there with everyone else. Then they'd have to set it on fire as well as the mailboxes.
Lowe's, we had to go to Lowe's last week because we bought a refrigerator that we wound up not needing and then had to return our refrigerator. Anyway, Lowe's was packed full of old people buying plants. So that was essential business. And then when you checked out, they had built a bulletproof screen around the cashier. But the cool part is they don't have, they're not publicly traded on Robinhood, and my Robinhood account is something we're not going to speak of.
You think yours is bad?
Well, I guarantee you I've now lost more money than you have because I put more money in than you did.
Yes.
But so they had these screens up, so everybody was protected and you couldn't, breathe on the cashier. But
like
then
a plexiglass.
Yeah, it was like I was shopping at a 7-Eleven. I was buying a Slurpee and a pack of Marlboros. But the real problem was I then had to use a credit card. And, the credit card machine's there, and then you had to sign, so then I'm touching the pen, and I'm touching the keypad, and I'm touching the credit card machine. They're not cleaning that off.
Hey, before I was made non-essential, after every single customer, we had to take a Clorox wipe and wipe down everything. Like the pen, the keypad, the counters.
All of our stuff was
everything
still on our side to do through drive-through, and we were drive-through only, so we had to take the cards from them. And one of my people discovered, as we were supposed to wear gloves, that she is highly, highly allergic to them.
The latex?
No, this was a latex-free one. I don't know what in it she was allergic to, but for 4 days it looked like her whole entire hand was just this red, bubbly rash.
Should probably go to the doctor for that.
Maybe unless you're dying, you don't go to the doctor right now because they for sure have the Crayola at the doctor's office.
Yeah, so she got some cortisone steroid cream and put it on there, and it went away after a few days.
Ooh, Bruce is saying the clerks at his station got plexiglass dividers like this at their windows.
Oh.
Here's the thing at our station is we just have a cattle pen out front. And nobody is honoring social distancing, and people at my station were talking about calling the governor on them to let him know, and I'm like, yeah, it's just going to be a wasted phone call. It's the federal government, guys. They're not.
No, not the federal government.
Yeah, we're not a part of the federal government.
Yeah. Our guy.
Yeah, they were going to call him.
He will be very disappointed.
He will be disappointed. but here's the thing I've learned about my employer.
You can't be doing that.
You're non-essential.
Yeah, here's the thing I've learned about the place where I work is your disappointment is their fuel. They don't care. That just means they're going to do it even harder. Even harder. So, so we're not really doing anything. Kara is unfamiliar with social distancing, of course. So that's making her life hard. Although she's been off this week. She's on spring break. Haven't heard from her, so she may have went crazy and killed her entire family.
She may have went to Gatlinburg.
I don't. No, she didn't. No, she wasn't going anywhere.
She went to the tiger place, and then the people she killed, she brought with her so she could feed them to the tigers.
Yeah. So our governor, during his daily presser, was asked a question about being sued over the travel ban, and he basically said, "I don't care. We will win it next. Such a baller."
I heard that.
I mean, he was the attorney general before he was the governor, so I'm pretty sure he knows stuff about the law and stuff.
And things.
So Avery's not checked in on twat.
Okay.
Avery's not checked in on the twat, so...
Twitch chat, maybe?
Yeah, so... But we know he's fine. He's probably just not awake.
It's okay. Little Rick calls it Twitter every time.
Twitter. On the Twitters?
On the Twitter and the tweeters. That's what I get from him.
So, how has this pandemic affected you, Amy? Let's hear your story.
I don't have to go to work anymore.
It's not good for you. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not good for you.
No, it is not.
You're sleeping like 10 hours a day.
That's not true. I mean, I've been getting up at 8 most mornings. We're on spring break this week, so...
Just so you know.
Huh?
So that's not true, just so you know.
What's
I
not
go
true?
downstairs and cook every morning at 8 with no one there.
Well, this week we've been
Last
on
week
spring
too.
break, but...
When I was in the basement by 9 and no one was home, awake. I was alone.
So...
Yesterday she got up and got hash browns, though, because she was up before 9.
I did not ask for the hash browns,
No,
but they were
just making
good.
them.
Thank you.
Well, I got an omelet this morning with the last of our eggs. We have no
That's
more
true.
eggs.
There's no more eggs.
Sorry.
Eggs are
Because
gone.
that onion smelled really good, and...
Well, eggs are gone.
Yeah.
There's no eggs.
Guess I could add
Till
onion.
tomorrow.
No, you can
I'll
have
get
an
more eggs
onion.
tomorrow.
Well, the dollar store has an onion. The dollar store is quickly becoming a place where I purchase food and don't feel bad about it.
How is Calvin handling it? He's about to start his NTI, right? He has started school.
He's been on NTI for 2 weeks.
Yeah, he did an NTI as soon as they let out.
Crazy.
Bullitt County. Oh, shit.
Time, because I can't see anything from here.
It is fucking shit. It is 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
11:36
I'm not sure
a.m.
you could see anything either.
I couldn't find it. I was looking at the wrong one. Calvin's been doing the NTI ever since they let out. We were doing it before the large city near us was. Mm-hmm. And, it, you know, from what I've seen, it's pretty smooth. Like, it's not as good as if he was in actual class.
I don't feel like he's learning much.
I agree with you. I know he's done every day by, like, 12:30, which is fucking ridiculous.
I also
especially seeing how he doesn't start till like 10 o'clock because he gets up and eats a Belgian waffle every fucking morning somebody will fix for him.
That is not me. Or Jazz. She won't cook for him in the morning.
He should get up, get dressed, and start doing work after the Pledge of Allegiance. If this kid isn't doing the Pledge of Allegiance every day, I'm going to be fucking furious.
He is doing the Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay.
They make him do it.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, he watches the morning announcements on YouTube, and then he starts doing his work. He had to build a kite the other day that didn't work, and there was a big kite fiasco here where I was trying to explain to him how you fly a kite, and it's not by running against the wind.
That's all he does. He runs up and down the driveway. It's good exercise.
He's doing all right. I mean, he's, bottled up and he hasn't left the house in like 3 weeks, and he's fucking driving me insane because he is a constant sound effect machine. And, just...
I've started making his noises back at him.
And
he doesn't
when he's
like
not
it
there either.
Yeah.
She has become a turkey.
Not here. So you can stop with the sound effects.
The turkey sound just makes me think of Felicia, because she used to do that at Starbucks all the time. She just made random turkey noises for no reason.
Okay. Bye, Felicia.
No, Felicia already left me.
I'm sorry.
So really, bye, Felicia.
Yeah.
So how is the pandemic emergency treating you?
Well, I now know who at work will Snapchat me every single day. Good morning.
Oh, God bless.
It's not the group one. No, there's just one person who Snapchats me every single day, and we share what we're cooking for dinner when we cook.
Oh, who's this?
And it's Chloe.
So this is a grown-up, I'm guessing?
I have a Snapchat from her right now, actually, is what made me think about that. I've not opened her Snapchat, but I'm sure it says good morning, and she has some filter on it because she likes the sparkly, weird filters and stuff.
I, on the other hand, have no idea what any of my employees are up to. I have not spoke to them.
You should check in with them.
I do need to text my boss today because he told everybody that we'd probably be going back to work tomorrow, and it's tomorrow. We're not going back to work.
No.
So I think maybe he should address that.
If I was you, I'd be shooting for June. I feel like June is when things might get back to normal. Ooh, King of the Brush, a.k.a. Bruce, just subscribed on Twitch Prime.
Thank you, Bruce.
I mean, he's the money guy. He should have been doing this. I'm a little upset he just now remembered to do it. He should have been doing it before because he is the treasurer, accountant.
I give you all $3 a month through Patreon.
You didn't get a thanks round because you didn't do it while I was sitting here looking at the thing. Oh, well, okay. I wasn't looking at it when you did, I guess.
How much is Twitch Prime? Maybe I should...
Well, subscribing is like $5, but Twitch Prime, you get it free with your Prime membership. You can subscribe every other month on a Twitch channel if you're a Prime member. You've linked your accounts. And you also get free stuff. I don't know what. Like, it's different games every month or something. I don't know. So, you're not working. I'm working. Avery was off work for a week because a couple people got the Corolla in his building. So they had shut down his building, and now he's back at work.
Even though another one tested positive, and they're just like, yeah, whatever, we already closed.
Yeah, well, they've already cleaned it.
So it's just reinfected.
Yeah.
They don't care.
I mean, there are a couple people at my office who have taken the 2 weeks who have tested negative because everybody knew that was the fact. Like, before they left, they kind of went, I think I better take 2 weeks. I got the corona. And so.
You know, like, about a month ago, my boss asked me what I was doing because I hadn't really talked to anybody that day. And I was like, oh, I'm just social distancing. And he laughed at me.
Well, to be fair, Amy.
He's like, the words that you use. Ha, ha, ha.
To be fair, Amy, you were on the this is going to kill us all tip long before the rest of the world. You were bitching at me about this like the first week of January.
It wasn't that early.
It was pretty goddamn early.
Well.
It was maybe, the second week of January?
This is my thing, though. Just happened to be a really crappy thing that happened.
Well, yeah, but...
It's not been fun.
What do you mean it's not been fun?
My anxiety level's been, like, way up here.
What do you have to be anxious about? You're in the house.
I don't care.
You're not going anywhere.
Still one of my things.
But you're not going anywhere. It's all good.
You're still
so
going
her
somewhere.
and Trump both knew and told no one. Thanks, Amy.
I told people.
Actually, Amy told everybody, and I said, be quiet, you're being weird. We were having a get-together over here with Jazz's mom and them. Now, what's going on here, Jazz? Fix this.
I don't know. I can't see.
It's wanting to restart Windows or something.
It's not a touchscreen, Amy.
Oh, God damn it.
No, don't restart now.
This one?
Snooze.
Snooze, yeah. Snooze that shit.
Sorry, all my computers at work are touch screens.
Sorry, I can't see through the mics that are lined right here.
And I get yelled at home for touching the screens.
Yeah.
I touched
Stop
the screen
touching
at
screens.
work because ours is a touch screen. I typed the key and I hit enter, this person who had been there for like 3 years looks at me and goes, "Holy crap, you could do that?" I said, "Yeah, it's a touch screen. I learned this like my second week here. I thought it was amazing." She goes, "Oh my God." And like flipped out the rest of the day. Every time she saw me, she goes, "I can touch the screen and it works."
So yeah, we were having to get together here with, all of our family and Jazz's mom. And like midway through, Amy just announced, this Wuhan virus that's going on in China right now is killing a bunch of people. They've quarantined the city. They're locking them in their apartments, and it's going to be here really soon. This is going to kill a bunch of people in America. And I said, Amy, it's a fucking party. Stop being a fucking weirdo. It'll be fine. This shit happens in China like every other week. And then she just looks at me and says, "You'll see. You'll all see." And then turns out we did see.
We are seeing
that she wasn't wrong. Although a lot of the government thinks we ought to restart everything and just sacrifice some old people. So
that's kind of the Cheeto.
It's for this. No, it's not just him. There's a lot of people that saying this. For the sake of the economy, don't want another Great Depression. I feel like I'm extremely qualified for the Great Depression because I've read Grapes of Wrath several times and throughout my life.
Maybe I need to read that.
Nah, you don't. You really don't. It is not what I would...
East of Eden was really good.
Yeah, that's the only one of his books that kind of ends on an up note. You've read Of Mice and Men.
Yeah.
Grapes of Wrath is kind of like if you take Of Mice and Men and it kicks you in the balls and then just continues beating you while you're curled up in the fetal position on the ground. It's not a feel-good book. There's nothing in that book that says, I have hope for the world and humanity.
That's why Bruce is on this chat in bed.
Yes, everyone should read Grapes of Wrath.
Nobody needs to read Grapes of Wrath.
Everyone.
I'm not allowed to watch Requiem for a Dream.
You shouldn't. It's not good.
Realized we have that movie the other day.
I don't know why.
I don't either. It was in our DVD thing.
I think you probably bought it. You buy a bunch of DVDs.
I don't anymore.
Right. We should all stop buying DVDs. We just buy the fucking digital content, and that way we don't have fucking shelves of DVD like we're fucking a Blockbuster in 1995. It's fucking retarded.
Hey, when the apocalypse hits and all you got is a DVD and a DVD player, you'll be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the internet connection's still working.
For now.
Even if it's only Game of Thrones Season 3.
So Ryan says, so we got a ton of birthdays coming up. Any tips on making it not suck? My 2-year-old in June, my daughter turns 13 in a few weeks, and mine is in May. Well, you postpone them. Like we have every other major event in America. Everybody's birthday is now September 1st.
For now. We'll revisit that at a later date.
Yeah. So just move everyone's birthday to September 1st. And when they start complaining about it, tell them, yeah, but it's going to be a shorter distance between this year's birthday and next year's birthday.
There you go. Calvin was really worried about Easter.
How's that working out?
The Easter Bunny's still delivering.
I mean, there's not an Easter Bunny. You know that's your job.
I know.
Let me just be clear.
The Easter Bunny has done her job.
In my pandemic preps, I prepped for the Easter Bunny too.
Is the Easter Bunny a female?
That is in this house.
I didn't know that Easter Bunny had a gender.
Well, the Easter Bunny was a boy. Just kind of.
Are you for real?
I meant if you had to what?
Yes, the Easter Bunny is an essential employee according to Bruce. He is.
Yeah, the Easter Bunny's ready to go. At least at our house he is.
I mean, surely, the kid's 9. He knows there's no Easter Bunny, right?
I don't
Because
know.
if I was 9 years old and still thought there was a huge fucking bunny that dropped off a basket in my house, I would be fucking terrified to be living in this world.
I feel like a lot of people will believe in the Easter Bunny. It depends on if they believe in Santa, because they're connected. If one
surely he knows about
you'll
Santa too.
this.
I knew about Santa by the time I was in 2nd grade.
I haven't
don't
said
think
anything.
That he knows.
I just kept my fucking mouth shut because I was worried that he would stop bringing me presents, i.e. my mom and dad would stop giving me the Santa Claus present if I didn't.
Yeah, but you got to remember that he was just starting to question the elf last year.
That's
just starting to question it because of the stuff in the stores.
That's a good point.
I
don't know.
He's 9. He doesn't pay attention to things.
That's
he
just
is
where
kind
I'm
of
basing
naive
my
on
thing.
some things. He is a naive 9-year-old on a few things.
To be fair, I was that naive 9-year-old too.
You believed in Santa Claus till you were 10?
And I made my mom feel very bad and made her get herself a game system with it.
But this is the same kid that was using the word duplicate in proper sentences at the age of 2.
Yeah.
At 4, I was telling the kids at the Red Lobster back in Nevada to sit down and behave. You don't act like that. And then go in and sit back at my table. But I still... I mean, I don't know what you want from me.
Jazz has been a narc since the old days. You remember when we used to,
fucked up little kid.
You remember when we used to be able to go in restaurants and eat? Yeah, that was nice. I miss that.
I used to like
Kim's
to go in
kid
and try to
till
be...
he was 12.
I used to like to go into restaurants, like when I could have went through the drive-thru and see if I could beat the people that I would have been behind in the drive-thru.
Yeah, that was
my
nice.
game.
It was nice when you could go in a restaurant.
And sit down and eat.
Like at a Red Lobster, and they'd bring you bread. And
but you can't even go to Red Lobster anymore.
I just missed the queso from El Nepal's.
Are they still open? Do they have carryout? Or?
I don't know. I haven't looked.
I'm sure they have carryout.
Los Yolandas sounds good.
Quit speaking made at me, right? It's an American House.
I don't know. It's just what they call it at El Nepal. It's what I get.
Would y'all stop saying the name of a very local restaurant?
Oh, I guess
yeah,
it is local.
I didn't know if it was local or not. That's why I decided to write the number down just in case, because I have no idea what's local.
Ryan says Chick-fil-A is still running like a well-oiled machine, but
Not
the problem
today.
with that is, not today. Go get you some Chick-fil-A today, bro.
You should ask Calvin if he wants some Chick-fil-A.
I do it to him like every time we went somewhere on Sunday. Hey, you want to get Chick-fil-A? Yeah. Like, yeah, they're closed. It's Sunday. Anyway, yeah, really exuberantly mad about it. But the problem with, getting Chick-fil-A is you got to eat Chick-fil-A. So I got a story about Avery I got to tell too. Is he lives in, well, not such a good neighborhood. And there were rumors that they were going to lock everybody down in their house and only essential employees would be allowed out and you would have to have paperwork. They haven't done that yet, but then the police said that they were going to start responding less to stuff that they couldn't do anything about. Whatever that means. So he got worried and he wanted a firearm to keep in his apartment. So he came and asked me, he's like, hey, can I get a firearm to keep in my apartment? So I gave him a 9mm handgun, showed him how to use it in case he didn't know or whatever. And apparently he had called my father too. So last week my father shows up with a gun for Avery to take to his apartment.
Yep.
And so he sets the case down, says with a box of ammo, and says, this is for Avery, give it to Avery, I bought it for him, it's his. And I opened this box up. Now I gave him a 9mm. It's not the best self-defense weapon in an apartment, but whatever. My dad gave him a .357 Magnum revolver, Smith & Wesson, that weighs like 14 pounds, all on its fucking own, loaded with hollow point fucking bullets.
With hollow points to reload it with, too.
Yeah. That will go through all the walls, right? Even though it's hollow point,
Yes.
it's a .357
Yes, right.
Magnum. It'll go through fucking car doors. And after he shoots it once, he's going to knock himself the fuck out. He's going to hit him in the forehead, and he's now going to be... I think his best bet if somebody breaks in is to unload that weapon and throw it at the person and knock him the fuck out with it. Because if you miss...
That's what his sock bat's for.
If you've missed, you've killed 30 people in the apartment complex.
I don't think there's that many people in his apartment complex.
I don't know whether there is or not. All I know is... it's too much gun for him. It's too much gun for him.
Does he still have your gun, too?
He still has my gun, too.
So now he's got 2 guns.
Yeah.
He's got a little arsenal started.
Well, and, like, the part that bothered me was, like, my dad never gave me a gun that good. That's like a $900 gun that he gave me. It's like a fucking sweet gun. Like, I want that gun.
You should have just kept that gun and not told Avery
I'm not
about
gonna,
it.
Dad told me that was Avery's gun. I'm not going to steal a gun from Avery. I just want the gun.
What
That's
can
all.
I spend all these channel points on? I keep clicking the treasure chest that pops up. I have no idea what he's talking about. So
I don't
Jace,
know
that's on
either.
you.
I don't know what Twitch is. I don't know. I don't understand how any of this works. You're on here every day streaming yourself playing random video games. You should probably know more about it than I do.
My go-to answer is Google it.
Yeah, Google it, man. What the fuck I look like?
Google.
Sergey, whatever his last name is.
You look like Ask Jeeves.
Is that a ball joke? Is that a ball joke, bitch? Because I remember him having a very receded hairline.
I did not mean it like that.
Bring up Ash Jeeves. Get a picture of Ash Jeeves. She's fucking making a ball joke, and
I am not.
I'm not okay with this.
making a...
When's the next holiday we have off? When's the next time I get 2 days off in a row? I don't get Easter off, dummy.
Don't you get Monday off or anything?
No.
Like,
are you serious?
Easter Monday? I think that was literally on our calendar. It said Easter Monday.
I've worked there like 8 years. And I've never gotten a day off for Easter, and you don't realize this.
I usually get off Easter. If there's
no, we're not taking a pee break. We're only going to do like an hour and 5 minutes or so. More than likely.
I went pee before we came in here, so I'm good.
Well, normally we break in an hour because we do a 2-hour show. But what I'm literally thinking about doing is doing this like 2 weeks a year. 18 years. 18 years. I've worked there. Well, I didn't get a holiday. Well, I did get holidays off. I just didn't get paid for them when I was a sub. Yeah, maybe
You've worked
like
there
17.
for 18 years?
No, maybe it hasn't been 18 yet.
Jeez.
Maybe it's like 17.
No, because you weren't working there when we got
Memorial
married.
Day is the next week. Yeah, look at this bald motherfucker. Look at him.
I didn't remember what he looked like. I was just meaning, you know.
He doesn't even have glasses. He's got a really long nose.
Looks nothing like you.
Yeah, except for the hairline. It was a hair joke, wasn't it, you bitch?
It was not.
Your hairline ain't like that.
You're right. You can see his a little bit. Mine's all the way back on the top of my head now.
You've got a lot more hair than he does.
A lot. A shit ton more.
Late May is our next holiday where I get 2 days off in a row.
What is that?
I may just have to take a Corona break.
Is that Memorial Day?
Memorial Day. Yeah, Ryan checked in with that. Very disappointed in the fact I'm not going to get 2 days off in a row while everybody in my house is laying around doing nothing.
Hey! I work at the house from like 6 in the morning until you get off work.
I don't remember this.
Go look at the basement and tell me that didn't take a lot of fucking work.
Can I play fucking ping pong today?
That is not my fault.
So I can't play fucking ping pong today is what
you can
you're
if you swipe some stuff on the floor.
Okay. You know, I found like 3 bottles of hand sanitizer when I was cleaning out my stuff.
Dude, I've been driving your car to work
Uh-huh.
because nobody's been driving it. It's a new car.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I've had a ping pong table for years. It used to be in my bedroom. That's how, you remember when the ping pong table used to be in the fucking, we didn't have a couch or anything. We just sat on the fucking floor. We had a goddamn ping pong table. What? Because it's been covered in Avery shit for fucking years.
Mm-hmm.
So, where was? Oh yeah, your car. Anywhere you look in that car,
it's clean.
It's not okay. First of all, it's not fucking clean. The inside of that car is a fucking mess. There's shit in the seats, shit in the floor. There's shit everywhere in that car.
It's not like it was.
Oh yes, it does not look like a hoarder lives there. It just looks like a dirty fucking car.
It's only because I got to drive it for like a month and then.
Is that the only reason it's not like a hoarder's car?
No, I've been doing good.
No, you haven't. There's shit all over that car.
This is
There's
probably
mud.
how your last car started.
There's mud all over the interior of the floor. Like, I don't know.
Well, it rained a lot.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna move on from that. But wherever you look in that car, there is fucking hand sanitizer. Like both the cup holders are full of hand sanitizer.
I give her a mini one too, so that she could.
You know how many times I've accidentally squirted the one that is right by the armrest by putting my arm down on it?
Well, why don't you move it?
Where?
I don't know.
To move it. There's nowhere left to move it.
Here, let me move it here. Nope, already hand sanitizer. Here, nope, already sanitized.
It's just crazy. It's crazy.
At least you got hand sanitizer. I really wanted some of the pink one because that smells good.
I don't use hand sanitizer while I'm driving in the car. Why would you need hand sanitizer in the car?
Because you got out of the car and then you touched stuff and you got back in the car.
I don't get out of the car.
How do you pump gas?
I pump gas with the pump.
Do you know how many people have touched that handle on the gas pump?
Not as many as it used to.
Well, not now, but is gas still really cheap?
Gas is like under $2. It was like $1.80 yesterday when I filled your car up.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why I filled both of them.
Must be nice. Don't have anywhere to go, but gas is cheap.
Well, that's why gas is cheap. Ryan says he pretty much only uses rubber gloves when he gets gas. Like, that's not a bad idea. I can't use gloves to deliver the mail. Like, I just can't fill the mail.
Does he get back in the car with the rubber gloves on?
I don't know.
Because that's what a lot of people are doing.
He takes them off with his teeth. He puts the fingers in his teeth and pulls each finger off.
That's better. $1.54 is Taco Bell sales gas price.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody saw you on camera spitting out your nicotine gum.
I don't care.
You need to go on the patch to get off the nicotine gum.
I do.
How many years you been chewing nicotine gum, Amy?
A lot.
No. Give me a
I've been completely quit for like 2.5 years now. Like, no cigarettes at all.
Here's what's concerning me. You've been saying you've been completely quit from cigarettes for 2.5 years for, like, at least 2.5 years.
No, it was October the 16th. Was it the 16th? No, the 20th. Maybe it was the 20th. It was a few days before Halloween, like in 2017.
Oh, my God. I quit smoking, like, 2 years before that.
I know. I couldn't help it. I have a...
You lied to me for, like, 2 years.
Yeah. But I'm quit now.
But you've been chewing the gum for how long?
A lot longer than before I quit smoking.
So you've been chewing the gum for like 5 years?
Yeah. It tastes good. I need it.
I don't think tasted because like there's other gum. Like
I can't find gum that tastes like this.
Like I could buy you so much fucking gum for the amount of money you spend on nicotine gum.
But this has nicotine in it.
So why don't you get the patch to wean off the nicotine and just chew gum?
Just out of curiosity, what's the difference between her nicotine and yours?
Why are you bringing me into this? We're not talking about me
it's
right
because
now.
His
I've
is
said
cheaper.
I quit like 3 times and no one's heard me, so I was going for a different route now.
Mine is way cheaper.
Because I quit everything.
What's everything? You didn't do anything.
I used to smoke.
You didn't smoke.
She would have a cigarette every now and then.
She smoked a cigarette occasionally to look cool.
It wasn't to look cool, but thanks.
So what was it for?
It was to replace other habits.
Like what?
Just habits.
But you like never smoked.
Hypnotize her.
Oh, okay. That's just social smoking.
That's
See?
not what mine was, though.
Okay. But you rarely smoked. You weren't addicted to nicotine. Don't compare your pain to mine.
So what's the difference between yours and hers was the question I actually asked.
I've already told you the fucking price. How much do you spend on nicotine gum a week?
I don't know anymore.
Also, now that you don't have a job, what's your beef jerky habit looking like?
I have cut down seriously on beef jerky. You know what? Remember that one that you brought me that one day that you all went out?
No.
You did. You brought me like
when me and you both went to the store.
You brought me a bag of
We
beef
got
jerky.
her
I
one.
still have that beef jerky. It's
Okay,
getting
good.
low, but I still have it.
Okay, good. Because we ain't got beef jerky money in this house no more with y'all not having a job.
I miss my beef jerky.
Technically, I have a job.
Yeah?
My job's paying me right now what
No.
I'd be
I mean,
paid
the
if I was going to
government's
work.
going to be paying for beef jerky, so is that better?
What do you mean the government's going? You already counting that $1,200 stimulus check that we're not going to get to like fucking?
No, my unemployment
June?
insurance.
You're not going to be making what you were making though.
I know.
That's
but
got to cut into your beef jerky budget.
I mean, instead of $30 a week on beef jerky, couldn't I spend like $30 a month?
Okay, $30 a week on beef jerky is generous. You were spending more than $30 a week on beef jerky.
Beef jerky is expensive if you want the good kind.
You were buying a $16 bag of beef jerky.
It is not
every other day.
They are $13.99.
$14 every other day. Where are you going? What'd you do?
There's a weird little squirmy bug.
Ew.
Good thing Bruce ain't here. You'd have punched another hole in the ceiling.
So I just quietly was disposing of it before
Calvin saw
anybody
a
else saw.
mosquito yesterday and ran away from it going, "Oh my God, it's a flying spider."
A flying spider.
He called it a flying spider.
He needs to get out. Like, he's been
was
trapped
like,
in the
"It's a
house too
mosquito."
fucking long.
To be fair, that's just his reaction to bugs ever since I've met him.
That's true. He's not a fan of the bugs.
What you need to do is get him a net and say, okay, go play real Animal Crossing. See what happens. Because on Animal Crossing, he absolutely loves collecting every bug.
Oh, he really wants those tarantulas.
Oh, yes. That's his favorite one. And yes, Ryan, I know you've been playing Animal Crossing as well.
And Ryan is now screaming Animal Crossing in the chat.
I knew that was going to get him.
I know.
I want a Switch Lite is where I'm at. I want my own Switch Lite that nobody else can have.
Yeah, I kind of do too now.
So everybody wants a Switch Lite.
I want one for Calvin so he'll stop this.
Well, he can use the one that he's thrown in the floor for the past 3 weeks.
I just want a new town. I can't get to the river with
Can't
all
you
the
just
stuff
start a
he
new
likes.
game?
No, it's me and Calvin's town. no
Yeah,
matter
the
what.
problem
It's
is it
one
saves
system,
on the
one
cartridge.
town.
Yeah. So you got to get a system and a new game if you want a new town.
Yeah.
Calvin sent her a coronavirus mask the other day.
And a squat pot. It's a
There's
squat toilet.
So Animal Crossing has face masks.
It has a doctor's mask, and he has one. And when he got one, he got a second one and sent it in the mail to me, to my Animal Crossing character. It hangs on my Animal Crossing
I think
wall.
he even wrote you a note saying, "Be safe from coronavirus,"
Something
even
like
in
that.
Animal Crossing.
Yeah, he did something like that.
He asked me how to spell coronavirus.
I hung it on my wall and told him, "Go look in my house." I hung it up. That's cute, because it was hilarious to me.
CORLAVIRUS.
No. Did you put an L in there?
I thought there was supposed to be a little squiggle
I
somewhere.
spelled it like the car Corolla.
What about the squiggle?
That's 2 L's.
I thought we were just supposed to add a squiggle somewhere.
Yeah, umlaut
There
over
you go.
the U.
That's what I was looking for.
Umlaut. So, let's see. I've been working. The Advos this week cracked me up because they were the size of fucking dictionaries. Every single fucking one of them. I had like 5 trays of them. And the stuff that was falling out of them were for businesses that aren't even fucking open right now.
Well, they probably paid for them in advance.
I'm sure. Look, I understand they were sitting in a warehouse for like 4 to 6 weeks. I understand this was all set like back around Christmas. I understand that, Amy. But you have to let me fucking be mad about it.
Okay. I think our business was getting ready to advertise in one of those things.
Oh, really?
Is it the Val Pack?
No.
So that's not the same thing?
It's owned by the same company, but it's not the same thing. This is the shit you get every Wednesday.
I don't know. I don't look at the mail.
It's got the pizza coupons on the front of it almost always. It's either White Castle or pizza.
There's White Castle.
Ryan also
All the time.
says that the census was sending out door to doors even after the deadline.
Oh my God, the fucking census. Oh.
I filled out our census.
Oh,
Very simple. You should fill out your census.
In my apartments, I've gotten back like 25% of all of the census fucking things I put in their mailbox with "not here" written on it.
They're not a current resident, Jace.
They're too fucking dumb to realize that the census paperwork is theirs. So I've just been taking it back, right, and refused on it. They're going to get a visit from a census worker because I can't. In the middle of a pandemic, I'm not playing the circle current resident, put it back in the box game. Not doing it.
It's not the pass it back and forth time.
Not doing it. I'm just taking it back, right, and refused on it.
Well,
And
that's where you
sending
just
it back.
write on it, take this, or you see the tigers.
I don't think the people in my apartments will be afraid of the tigers.
Oh.
They'll just share their heroin with them.
Velasquez?
That's the name of the company.
Oh, okay.
Actually, that was the name of the company. They are now actually changed their name to Retail Me Not because that company bought the website Retail Me Not and have changed their name to Retail Me Not.
Hey, I've used Retail Me Not a few times.
I used to hate that site.
Why?
Because Michael's coupons were not Retail Me Not compatible because it was just bullshit that people put on there and people didn't realize that they were third-party stuff, and that's why the codes didn't work. Our keyboards for the coupon codes didn't have letters, and every fucking code on there was for online and had letters, and when you showed them your keyboard and says, "I have no letters, I cannot put this code in," they'd scream at you why I was there.
My Michael's coupons, I just show on my phone and say here, and they
that's
scan
usually
it.
an official Michael's one, not a online code that we have to type in.
Yeah.
All right, well, anything you guys want to bring up before we
Ryan's
close?
talking about a rolled ankle there if you want to.
Rolled my ankle on the route the other day by the trailer park, and one of the meth heads came up to me wanting his mail while I was on the ground holding my ankle. Then I just walked off and didn't answer him. That is the proper way to handle a meth head, unless they have tigers. In which
Unless they
case,
have tigers.
Unless they have a baby tiger. I mean, then you would be like, can I hold your baby
If I were you,
tiger?
Ryan, and he had a tiger, I'd be very scared you'd be married soon. I would say sorry to your family you got because you wouldn't have it anymore.
Ryan does look like someone Joe Exotic would be very
Yes.
into. He is Joe Exotic's type, without a doubt.
I
He
don't
would
know.
get
I saw
that
his
question-
2 husbands, and one of them looks skeptical about this whole arrangement. He's just like,
You gotta keep watching. Just
Yeah,
I'm not sure how I got here.
but I'm here.
Just keep watching.
That would be Ryan.
And the one guy has a freaking cult going on.
Yeah. Just keep watching. It's.
Everybody keeps saying
I'm
that, and I'm
telling
like,
you-
it can't get any
I'm telling
worse
you,
than this.
when I was watching this,
That's
I
what
would
Jason
watch
kept
an
saying.
episode and be like, "This is fake. This is made by Tim and Eric. None of this is real." And then I would look it up and be like, "No, it's all real."
I think
How's the
halfway
next?
through the first episode yesterday, I said, "Is this for real?"
Yeah.
And you're like, "Yes."
I kept hearing, I think Jay say, "Well, how could it get worse? How could it get crazier?" In the next episode, he'd be like, "Fuck, they did it." It's crazier.
It just every episode is more insane than the last one.
It is.
Yeah.
The very last episode's not. It doesn't turn up the craziness. Like, you've got all the craziness. It's just like a wrap up. But up until that very last episode, the next episode, it's like, Jesus fuck, how is this real?
What else could they fucking do to surprise me? Oh, that? Yep. Okay. Yep, that. Didn't call that one.
All right, so the plan going forward during the social distancing, stay-at-home order, pandemic prevention, is we're going to do a couple of these a week, an hour or so. Whenever the mood strikes us, I'll probably start putting it on Twitter, and then we're going to release the 2 we do every week on Thursday like we would normally do, and see what happens.
I'm quite enjoying this. It's different.
I am hoping that mid-May we'll be back with the rest of the crew, with Ryan, Avery, Charlene, and Bruce. Maybe not in that order, but in some order. If, we're allowed to leave our house other than for essentials by mid-May. That's my hope. It's mid-May. Everything will be back to normal. What do you think, Amy? You think mid-May we're going to be back to normal?
Maybe. I don't know. We haven't hit our peak yet.
I got a peek for you. Spelled P-E-E-K.
Okay.
I don't know. It sounded like some cool shit to say. Are we going to try any game streams? I'm also thinking about that.
I've been playing a lot of Matchington Mansion lately. Is anybody interested in that?
Nobody is interested in... We're talking about me, Bruce, and Ryan playing...
Word Villas?
Game stream.
I play that a lot.
We're not talking about Android games.
Yeah, that's about all I play.
I think they're talking computer games.
Yeah, like playing together, chatting, and playing together and streaming it. Is that a game you get from a McDonald's Happy Meal? That's what he asked.
What, Matchington Mansion?
I think that's the one he was
I got it from the
to.
Google Play Store. You get
It's Candy Crush, but different.
Yeah.
Jason's in spelling mode today. His time is for Headmaster has served him well. That is true. I am very educational. I'm very, what would you call it? Scholastic. I'm a hard headmaster.
Talking about
Scholarly.
Scholastic. Calvin, I ordered him like...
And let me be clear, the only reason you still have a job with the After Lodge Jason Academy for Gifted and Advanced Students in Calvin is because you're fucking the headmaster.
You shouldn't tell people that.
That's the only reason you have that job.
Maybe it's because I gave birth to the only student.
Well, anyway, speaking of what were you going to say?
Oh, Scholastic.
Yeah.
I ordered Calvin like $25 worth of Scholastic books before school was canceled. And how is he supposed to get these books?
They're probably going to have you pick them up like they do for the people that don't have computers that pick up their work.
Okay.
They're probably going to send an email. They've been very communicative.
Oh, gosh, I know. I haven't even read half of them.
All right, so we're going to wrap it up. We'll probably, do another one of these in a couple days. And we're going to release the podcast version on Thursdays like we normally do. But until all this is over, until I find out a way we can remote do a show, which those are always horrible, this is going to be your crew for the show formerly known as Out for Delivery. Some people are not going to be happy with that. Some people are just going to tolerate it. Either way, this is what I got on top of Pikey Mountain.
We could bring Calvin out here, but...
We're here.
Ooh, yeah. No, we're probably going to stream a little bit with Calvin. Don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to stream a little bit.
Talk about Fortnite and Animal Crossing.
Yes.
Probably, yes. We're not going to release that on a podcast form. We're just going to let him get in front of the camera and be a jackass for a little bit. So we appreciate this
bonus content.
So we appreciate the support. You can always support us. Go to the website, drop us an email. Listen to us when we're on. Hope you all stay safe. Is that what we're saying now?
Be safe.
And be
well. Be well.
Give me friend codes, Jazz. It's being screamed as we log on.
I see it.
And as Jordan would say, be well, everybody. And until next week, don't forget to...
Hit it.
Hit it.
There you go.
We're still doing that?